Okay, let's do another vocabulary list. Instead of doing HSK4 vocabulary list, I'm thinking about doing HSK2 vocabulary because I've been doing HSK4 and 5 lately and haven't done any HSK2 for lower levels. And I think I would like to fix that by going over all the words from HSK2. It's about 150 words, I think. It doesn't really make sense, really. 150 words from HSK1 and 150 words from HSK2. Do you know what I'm trying to say? It does not make sense. It should be like 300 or something. Yeah, HSK2 has 300 words, but those 300 words includes the 150, I think. So there's only 150 for HSK2. And then for HSK3, there are 600. So therefore, there are only 300 for HSK3. Yeah, that's how it works. HSK1 and 2 are very simple, comparing with what they should be, I think, or the European, the framework. However, they have changed it into the new HSK vocabulary, which is there are 9 levels of it, and in those new vocabulary list, the HSK1 is more difficult. I think there are 300 words for HSK1 and 600 words for HSK2, I believe. I'm not sure about that. So, which is more make a little bit more sense instead of just going easy on the beginning and then making it really difficult. Such a jump, steep jump from HSK3 and or 4. Everybody's like, oh, that's too much, right? Anyhow, now let's take a look at the word list. Here we have the first one, ba, a modal particle indicating polite suggestions, right or okay. I think that's pretty good translation. Or I used to put the meaning of this word at the beginning of the sentence, like I think or I reckon. It's more like I reckon, I guess, I guess we should go eat. Or I guess you are a teacher, so that's what 你是老师吧? I guess you're a teacher. 我们吃饭吧? I reckon we should eat. Something like that. But anyway, it's called a modal particle, and we understand there are a couple of them, and these modal particles are quite difficult to really understand because they don't have a meaning. They only have some sort of a function there, right? Like na, ni na, about what about, or ma, yes or no, exclamation mark, etc., etc. And next one, bai, so many meaning. I don't think you would use all that in HSK2 context, but however, this is the meaning of this bai. And so let's take a look. White, snowy, pure, bright, empty, blank. Well, I have a theory I think I've talked about before, that if one word, same thing, one character, one word, has multiple meanings, usually more often than not, then these meanings would have some sort of a connection. And once you understand that connection, then you would have a better understanding what that character is. And that is what I'm encouraging you to do. Really understand that character. What does it really mean deep down, the basic level? Once you have that sense of the character, the meaning the character is trying to express, of course, through many, many examples, a lot of reading, a lot of speaking, a lot of input, then finally you might be able to get the meaning. And that would be very, very beneficial for your learning, Chinese learning, especially when you reach a higher level where more vocabulary, they don't contain new characters, but characters that you have learned. And then it's easier, if you know the character better, it's easier to remember the word. Like a washing machine, right? You look at that word and you don't have to really spell W-A, whatever, and then you just think it's washing and machine. Remember that very easily. So that's a lot of vocabulary, especially advanced vocabulary in Chinese, are alike. And bai, so here we have white, Then we have bright. That's no problem. Empty. White is empty. Yeah, it is. White, blank, empty. Yeah. Plain, clear, white, clear. So in vain, free of charge, and then anti-communist. It is actually a bit funny. It is right. 白区, the area that's anti-communist. But why do we use, what is the connection between white and anti-communist though? I don't get it. There must be some sort of connection that sometimes very difficult to get. Anyhow, let's move on. Okay, 百 100, numerous, of course, all kinds of 百 100, 帮助 to help. 帮助 is quite solid word, okay? And it doesn't just mean help like to verb help, 我帮助你. It also means the noun, like 你的帮助，我谢谢你的帮助 ，thanks for your help， 谢谢你的帮助。But more often in colloquial, in speaking, we use the word 帮 on its own to mean 帮助. It's easier. 我帮你sounds a bit too formal, too intense. 我帮你，你帮我吗？你能帮我吗？报纸 newspaper. We have 报 is to report. 纸 is paper, so report paper, newspaper. And then here we have some extra information that is the classifier or the measure word for 报纸. It is 一份报纸. It's like a few pages, 一份报纸. One copy of newspaper. Or 一张, if it's only one page, you can say 一张报纸. 一期 means one, what does 期 mean? One issue of paper, B is to compare. There's a construction, A, B, B, and then adjective. 我比你老 I don't know. 他比我高 taller. And but of course there are a lot of variations to the adjective. You can put more things there, and it can be more complicated. But I don't have time to go into the smaller details. So it's just a comparison, a compare. But why is that connected with the meaning of to gesture, which is not HSK meaning, of course. HSK character, but not HSK meaning. But still, gesture. Compare, I don't know. I can feel it, but I can't explain it. Compare and a gesture, there's a connection. You're using, I don't know. You think about it then. 别 is do not. You use 别 at the beginning of the sentence. Oh, I want to change this into a different color, actually. Too red. Okay. 别is do not. You use it at the beginning of a sentence to mean do not do whatever. 别说话, don't talk. 别玩电脑, don't play with your computer. Must not, to ping on it. See, the word 别 has another meaning, which means others, right? And another. So that might have a connection with do not. If this is not the thing you do, so should be another. But what does that have to do with the word to ping something on something? Like to ping a little, I don't know how do you call it? On your clothes, whatever, a little badge. Oh, Jesus. To pin a little badge. What does that have to do with do not? Or to leave, or to depart, or separate. I don't know. I guess do not means separation. So that's that. And 宾馆 is hotel or guest house. How big is 宾馆? It's usually pretty small. I would say 2-star, 3-star. 5-star hotels are not called 宾馆, usually not. And 宾馆 is a bit of a old word they used it decades ago. And now we don't really use it as much. And the classifier is 家, home, a home of guest house. It's beautiful. 长 is long or length. That's no problem. 什么什么很长. Okay. However, this Chinese character has another pronunciation. It's called 长. 长, third tone, which means to grow. Now, grow and long, yeah, connection there. 长 means to grow, like 长大, to grow big or to grow up. Okay. Then 唱歌 is to sing a song. 唱 is to sing, 歌 is song. So together, to sing a song. Or in the language of English, you say, I like to sing. Okay? And the word sing sometimes in English contains the action to sing a song. Right? I like to sing. Of course, you like to sing songs. So in Chinese, 他喜欢唱歌. But in Chinese, you don't usually use 唱 to finish the sentence. 他喜欢唱. Yeah, sometimes if there's a context, you can say that, but usually sounds too weak to end the sentence. And 唱歌 would be more substantial verb with a more substantial meaning. 出 is to get out, go out, produce, to go beyond, put forward, to happen, classifier, dramas. Can you find some sort of a connection between all these meanings? I think I can. To something happens, a drama, okay, a drama that's being pushed out. That's actually quite vivid. If you look at this Chinese character, you see like two mountains, right? Because when you go out, especially in the ancient times, when you go out of your house, go other places, you cross the mountains, you go very far away. I think that is the region of this Chinese character. To 穿 is to wear, but not just to wear. It also means to put on. Now, these two words for English-speaking persons, like, oh, they're not the same, but, you know, they are. You put on clothes, the action of putting on clothes, the end of action, the result of putting on clothes is to wear it. So there is some sort of connection. And both of them are the meanings of 穿 in Chinese language. Then, but how is that connected with the word pierce or bore through? You have a piece of clothes, you use your body to pierce, to bore through your clothes. Yeah, I think so. Right. And 次 is a time, like one time, once, twice, 一次, 两次. Classifier for events, no problem. And 从, from. There's two people there. Maybe the first person is from the second person. Maybe that's what it means. Through, or you have to pass through them. I don't know. But it sort of makes some sort of sense. So how do you use it? 从 one place 到 another place, right? That's the structure. From where to another place. 从 I can't use the color, right? Doesn't matter. 从北京到上海。有I don't know 1000公里 that's 1000 kilometers. 错 wrong. The opposite of 对 opposite of 对 or mistake, error, blunder, fault, yeah, no problem. And 一个错 it can be used as the adjective as well. 我错了 like we're wrong, okay? 你错了 you're wrong. 打篮球 to hit the basketball. 篮 is basket, 球 is ball, so there's no too much to talk about, except when you hit the basketball. You're not hitting the basketball. You are literally hitting the basketball and shooting basketball. We use the word 打 instead of play. You can say 玩篮球. Not as popular. It's a little bit awkward, but sometimes you can say that. 玩 play, literally play 篮球. What? Okay, now let's continue. 大家, I love this word. Big family. Hi, big family. Hi, everybody. That's 大家好. That's how you start your speech usually. 大家好. I should start doing that. 大家好，我们一起看一看 HSK2 vocabulary. Yeah. 到 we just learned that. From. No, from somewhere to somewhere. So to or arrive is the meaning of this place. 到. You can say I have arrived. 我到了。你到北京了吗？我 on the phone. 我到了。there's a structure. The structure is pretty hairy. Now, yeah, we put a verb. The structure is verb plus the plus the and plus usually an adjective to complete the verb, which means to add something and more information about how this verb was processed or ongoing. Yeah, how it was conducted. And 等 is to wait. I love this Chinese character. See, if you look into that, there's a bamboo on the top and there's a temple below it. So a bamboo on the top and temple below it. And somebody's waiting for somebody. It's a beautiful picture, isn't it? I'm waiting for the monk to open the door. I don't know, whatever you're waiting for it's pretty cool. When you're waiting for somebody in a temple with the bamboos all around you, it's a pretty cool picture. Or etc. You can use the word 等. Again, this is not HSK2, but you can use the word 等 or 等等 after a list of things like 我喜欢打篮球、踢足球等运动，对吧？But what's the connection? How is etc. related with wait? Yeah, wait for it. There are more stuff coming. Maybe that's the connection. Or sometimes, yeah, I know. Sometimes I'm really stretching or I'm really reaching, but I really do think that all the meanings of a character would have some sort of a connection a long time ago when a person tried to use this word to mean something else, right? But maybe sometimes the connection is lost or difficult to find, but most likely we have it. And when we have it, I'm happy. More importantly, not because I'm happy or anything. More importantly, it will help you to remember that. Like when I learn English, like the word key, it's a key and a key person or keynote speaker. Then if I relate the key, it's important because I use a small thing to open the door. So the small thing is kind of important, right? So a keynote speaker. So he's a person who is going to open the conference, right? It's actually a beautiful connection. And I, in English as well, I believe in many other languages, same thing. And also in Chinese. And once you understand that connection, I think it's easier to remember the word key. The next one, 弟弟, no problem, younger brother. 弟弟,妹妹,哥哥,弟一,弟 is the word, is a character that you put before a number to mean the ordinal place of the number, like the first, the second, the third place, blah, etc. 等等等等, right? You can say 等等等等等等等. You can actually see a lot of it. Oh, 等等等等等等. Many, etc. 懂 is to understand. 懂. Donald Trump, his nickname in Chinese is 董王. 懂 is to know, to understand. Wang is king, the king of knowing things. Well, I mean, the English is know it all, of course. I mean, that's not a very nice one, not too bad either. So his nickname is Dong Wang in Chinese. I'm going to type it actually there. Hope Donald Trump doesn't mind me teaching this. Dong Wang. Yeah, that's Donald Trump's nickname. 对, we're just talking about that. It's from the phrase 对不起. Also, if you the single character 对 means correct. And towards. Why do you put them two, not the same? You're okay. This vocabulary list is treating 对 as in two words. One is meaning towards, the other one is meaning right or correct. What would be the connection? Right, towards, 对. I don't know. Yeah, but I can feel it a little bit. Hope you can feel that too. Okay. Well, this is no science or anything. I mean, I could be totally wrong, or or there might be right or there might be no, really strictly speaking, there's no right or wrong. It's just we're looking at it, trying to help you understand the word more or better. 房间, a room. 房 is a house. 间 is like a space or a room. So we have that word, 房间, a room. 我的房间很大。非常 extraordinary, unusual, very, they all no problem. 非常 very, very. 非 means not. 常 means usual. So unusually, extraordinarily is a very good term. Or unusually is a very good translation of that word. 非常好. And a 服务员 is the word sometimes, especially for a more traditional person, to call a waiter or waitress in a restaurant, right? 服务员, a bit old school, but I like it because some of the new titles are being used badly and wrongly, and I like to stick with the classics, or the old school. 服务 is to serve. 员 is a person that serves. There you go. 高 is tall. Surname. Your honor. Okay, your highness also. I don't. Your. Oh yeah, sometimes that's what, that's weird. Above average, high, tall is all good. 告诉 is to tell, to inform. Oh, by the way, if you look at the 高, you can see a little tower there. Okay, can you? Well, that's what's supposed to mean. A drawing of a tower with two windows there, so it's pretty tall. Now, 告诉 is to tell somebody. 我告诉你 something. Okay, 他告诉我 told me. 他告诉我明天我们要去北京。他告诉我他明天要去北京。告诉 Here I have a little riddle for you. A Chinese riddle. I remember when I was small, there's a little riddle called. It's called to bite, like a one. Okay, because 口 can be a classifier to classify the action of biting. Okay, one mouth of bite. Okay, so the word, the riddle is one mouth bite off the tail of a cow. Okay, in Chinese, 一口咬掉牛尾巴. Then what would that be? That's 告. Because if you look at that, right, that's 牛, isn't it? If you take off the 牛尾巴, which means this little tail off, and replace it with a 口, there you go, you have 告. That's that's one of the riddles I saw when I was younger, and I still remember. 哥哥, older brother, to 给 something to somebody. 我给你 something, 你给我 something else. This 给 can also be used as some sort of a preposition, like 我给你打电话. You can't really translate into I give you make a phone call. So the word give, the action of give, being weakened a lot into sort of a to, like I 打电话 to you, right? So the word that's actually more likely to be considered a preposition in Chinese language. But of course, you understand the connection. 给 to you, right? So 给 important word. Remember that. 公共汽车 4 characters. 汽车, vehicle. 气 is steam vehicle. So vehicle usually is an old way of calling vehicles. And 公共, public. So public vehicle is a bus. Or usually we make it simpler, which is 公车. Yeah. So see? 公车. I like that little picture. Is easier to use, of course. 公司, well, if you change 车 into 司, you have a different meaning of the word. 司 means to sort of manage, to control. So publicly controlling of something, it's becoming a company. And the measure word is, again, a home of company. What did we learn? A home of hotel and a home of company. Again, pretty cool. I like the word home because home is good. Anyway, next one is 贵, expensive. 贵, and also noble. Yeah, fair enough. Expensive is noble. And your name? What's that mean? That's because there is a very common phrase in Chinese language called 你贵姓. Your expensive surname. This should be a surname, not just any name, right? You cannot ask 你贵名字. No, doesn't make sense. Only 你贵姓. And you don't understand the reason why, yeah? Because family names are very important in China. Families, the name of family, the spirit of family spirit, your name is very important. So that's why we have created a phrase, your expensive, your honorable, your noble surname is what? Okay, so it means what's your surname? 过, another hairy one, another difficult one. 过 usually means to pass from A to B. You can cross a road, 过马路. You can cross a river, 过河, 过桥, a bridge. And also, sometimes you can put a 过 after a verb to mean that this verb has happened in the past. Now, what's the connection? Past, the verb, the action has passed. Has passed from A to B in the past. So we usually translate 过 after a verb into he had done this thing. He had the experience of doing this. Like 我吃过米饭. I have eaten rice before. Not like I have had rice. No, I've had the experience of having rice before. That's the meaning of 过. 孩子 is child. 你的孩子, your child. 孩 is child too. 子, we see that a lot, usually in a noun. Doesn't really mean anything. It's just there. It's like of something. I would translate that into of something. 孩 is child. Girl would be 女孩, a female child, or 男孩, a male child. Let's type that down. 女孩, 男孩. There's another 孩. This 孩 is not that 孩. This has still, yet, even more, still more, also too, as well. What's the connection between also and still? There's something still going on, means another action of this same action also is going on, right? Does it make sense? So, are you still doing something? Oh, I still want another one. Means I want another action of what I wanted, and this action still will ongoing in the future. So that's that. 好吃 delicious, I like that. Good eat or good eating. 黑 black. Well, Heilongjiang province. Heilongjiang is a province in the north. That's the abbreviation for that. Fair enough. Okay. It's very cold, -30 in the winter, 40 in the winter sometimes. Black, dark, and Black Dragon River. That's what it means, Heilongjiang actually. Home is red. Bonus. Yeah. Bonus is red. No? Okay. I think so. And revolutionary, of course. Okay. That's why. I got it. That's why if you're anti-revolutionary, Okay, if you're anti-communism, because communism is revolutionary, or communist, especially a long time ago, then you're you're white, because white can be considered the opposite of red. No? But I think in Chinese culture it can be. Okay, from this culture perspective, red is excitement. Yeah, red excitement is revolutionary, is passion, Chinese tradition, New Year's Eve, firework, red packet. Uh, White is nothing, plain. Therefore, it's the opposite of passionate. It's the opposite of celebration, right? Therefore, if red is revolutionary, but it's not. So, and that's right. But then he is also right. Black is also not right. And actually, we in Chinese language we use he to mean those bad guys, black sheep. Yes, black sheep in the Communist Party or in the country. Uh, Interesting how we are using colors to express different meanings. Now, politically, now 火车站 fire vehicle stand, or a stand means station. So no problem. 机场 airport, 场 is a field. 机 is short for 飞机. We have another 家, a home of airport. Okay, so 家 can be used to mean a lot of public places, 鸡蛋 chicken egg, literally chicken egg. Okay, you see hen's egg, chicken's egg. When you say 鸡蛋, it's definitely chicken's egg because you say 鸡. When you say 蛋, 你要蛋, yeah, that means egg, any egg. 鸭蛋 could be duck egg. Okay.打 一打, okay, that's the measure word. 一打 means 12. 打 also means 12, not to hit, it's a different word. And 件 is a measure word for clothes that you wear on your upper body. This is not, complete. Yeah, trousers, you cannot say 一件裤子, no. Upper body, or the whole dress, you might use that too. 一件衣服, that's fine. A piece of clothes. Generally speaking, you can use the 件 as well. But if you specifying trousers or the things that you wear below your upper body or your lower body, then usually use other words. Okay. 教室. This 教 has two pronunciation. One is 教 is to teach. 我教你们汉语. I teach you Chinese. And then when you put together with the word 室, which means room, then you have a classroom. 一间教室, a room, space, a room of classroom. 姐姐, no problem. 介绍, to introduce. To recommend. Now, introduce and recommend are two different things in English, but you understand the connection, right? Or to suggest, to know, to brief, yep. To let know, 介绍. To introduce somebody to you, introduce a girlfriend to you, 我给你介绍一个女朋友. That's a very common thing in China, especially in the older times, to introduce a girlfriend or boyfriend for somebody else. Matchmakers are very, very popular back in there, in the old days. Not so much nowadays, but still much more than in the West, where you should suppose you don't really rely on other people's 介绍 recommendation for your own findings of your another better half. And but in China, we do that a lot, more often. 近 is close. That's actually the name of the president of China, Xi Jinping, right? 近平, right? 近 means close. It's a good name for a politician. Close and flat, yeah. So low key. There's another 近, same pronunciation, to enter. When you're in a room, somebody knocks on the door, you say 进来, please enter. 进来, okay? And to receive or admit, fair enough. They are connected to eat or drink. Yeah, food is entering you, of course. 就 I used to, when I teach this word to my students, I said, this is really difficult word to explain. The meaning of Jew is, yeah. Yeah, if you have watched my HSK2 videos, you probably know this. Like, yeah, just that, just that. It means just, or then just there. That sentiment of duh is what Jew actually means. Okay, I don't recommend you to really read this. Okay? This doesn't make any sense. It makes sense, of course, but it's hard to actually use this word to get the meaning. Read a lot of sentences with Jew in it, then it might be better for you. It might be easier for you to get the meaning. 觉得 is to feel. 觉 is to feel. 得 is like to get something, like feeling get. 我觉得你是一个好学生. I think you're a good student. Whoever you're watching, because you are supporting me a lot. And coffee is coffee, no problem. Also 开始 to begin. 开 is open. Begin, you open something. 始 is the beginning. So open beginning is begin. You can use it as a verb. 我开始学习汉语. 我开始学习汉语. I begin to learn Chinese. Or you can use this on its own to mean something begins. Like if we have a competition, you say 开始 begin. Okay, you see that. 考试 exam. 试 test 考 exam. So exam, it can be if you want to use the verbial form, you cannot use 考试 to as a verb. You see, 我考试了. Yes, you can. I had an exam. 我考试了. But you cannot use the verb to mean to exam somebody, like a transitional verb. Okay, I will examine you, or I will test you. I will test the students. You cannot use that. But the good thing is you can just take one out of it. You can use the first character, 考 to mean that. So 我考你，他考我，我考你。I'll give you a little test. 可能 maybe, might be, possibly, 可以。是 may or may possible be able to, right? In Chinese, there's I won't put them there all together. Can, so can is 能, right? And may is 可以. Be able to is 会. I believe you learn all those words. And what's the difference between them? The difference between them is the difference between can, may, and able to. Can sort of mean everything. It can mean may. May I go to the bathroom? Can I go to the bathroom? Right? May is asking for permission. May I go to the bathroom? May I use this? And be able to is talking about a learned ability. Okay? 我会说汉语. And then you can use 能 as well. 我能说汉语. I can speak Chinese as well. So that's the difference of these three words. So 能 can be may or can be 可以 or can be 会. But 会 and 可以 usually not exchangeable. 课 is a subject or class. Now that's course and class. Yeah, there's connection there. 汉语课 Chinese class, or 上课 class begins, or go to a class, or at the beginning of the class the teacher says 上课 class begins. Then all the students will stand up. In primary school, I'm not sure if they're doing this still now, but when I was in primary school and in secondary school, I used to, especially the junior high, we usually do that. The teacher comes in and says 上课. Everybody stands up, say 老师好, hi teacher, and the teacher says 同学们好, and they say 请坐, please sit. So that's how it works. 快 quick, pleased, pleasant. That's probably from 快乐, right? Happiness. 他 他跑得很快. He runs very fast. And 快乐, we have that. We did explain, like, 快乐 is a beautiful word because it captures the fleeting moment of happiness, right? That's not be there forever, you know? So capture that little philosophical meaning of happiness, and it's just beautiful. Now, next one is 累, tired. 我累了. I'm actually a little bit late right now. How many words do we have left? We have 10 pages left. Jeez. Okay. Okay. 离, there's a structure there. 离 A, 离 B, and this tense, right? 北京离上海1000公里. Okay. 两 is 2. I know the nickname of R, really, when you're talking about a quantity of things in Chinese language, we usually use 两. Or weight equals to 5 grams. That's old way. In the old ancient times, we use 两 to mean measure word for weight. But you don't have to remember that now. 零 is 0. It's very difficult to write. Therefore, so a lot of people would just use that. Big O, big 0 instead of 0, right? Say 2001, what's this year? 2025 2025年. Okay, you can write that, or you can write this. 2025年, both are correct. Okay. Wow, it's 2025 now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's learn more Chinese. We don't have much time now left. 路 is a road. A path, a way. 走路, walk, literally means walk the way, walk. 路上, on the way. On the way, yeah, quite a couple of words with 路 in it. And other than that, I would like to talk about the left part of 路 is a foot. Can you see that? So, a connection, foot on the road. And 旅游, because it's hard to type that. 旅, see that? Yeah, that's how you type, but you can't really type that. 旅游 is 游 is to swim. 旅 is having a journey. Journey swimming. Swimming in the journey is another quite good word. 卖, not 买. 买 is to buy. 卖 is to sell. Okay? You buy, then you put a cross or plus. You add a price, then you sell it out. And then you put them together. 买卖 means business. 你的买卖怎么样? How's your business? Slow is the opposite of fast. Man. Okay. Man or slow? I don't know. If you remember that, do you remember the word? Man or slow? 忙 is busy. Hurry to do something. 你忙什么? Remember this sentence. You busy what? Which means what are you busy with? Means like, what have you been doing? Have you been, working on something? That's what it means. Usually we use that to greet with other people. 每 is every. 每天, 每年, 每人, many words. 妹妹, younger sister. Door, 门. Wow, there's so many of them. But let's remember the first couple of them would be good. 开门, open the door. 关门, close the door. 面条, noodles. 面 means flour. 条 means a stripe. So flour stripe, yeah. Or 面, we understand 面 on its own could be short for 面条, right? Like chicken chow mein. That means the same 面. Chow is fry. Chow mein, yeah, that's chicken chow mein is this. Fried noodles of chicken, with chicken. 男. Really? Jesus, you want me to teach that? Just male. Okay, 男人, male person. 您, polite. 牛奶 cow's milk, like a bit like a 鸡蛋, chicken's egg and cow's milk. So when you say 牛奶, people know it's cow's milk. When you say 奶, usually people know it's milk, but depends on what area you're from, really, and what would be the common knowledge in the area. Oh, that's, you spelled that right. Very good. And then you couldn't spell this right. Where was it? Yeah. Yeah. That's much better. Okay. 旅游. And 旁边 is, sorry, 旁 is on the side. 边 is on the border. Okay, the border of me is my side there. 旁边, beside. 跑步, to walk quickly. Okay, not to run, really. 跑 is to run. 步 is a step, running steps. 我喜欢跑步。你每天跑步吗? Or do you run every day? 便宜 is the opposite of 贵. And of course, we learned the word 贵 just now. When you go heckle with Chinese vendors, street, in the market, you say 便宜一点, cheap, okay, a little bit cheaper. 便宜可以吗? Is it okay? 票 is a ticket. 电影票 movie ticket. 火车票 a train ticket. Okay, all good. 妻子 wife. And the wife, the opposite of 妻子 would be 丈夫, right? Husband. 起床 to get up. 起 up, 床 bed. Up the bed. Up from the bed. So get up. 1000, 千, okay? 1282. Okay, 1282. 千. 铅笔 a pencil. 铅 in this word, this 铅 is not that 铅. This 铅 means lead, a lead pen. Fair enough. Yeah, use the measure word 支 is better. Okay, forget about those. 一支铅笔. Excuse me. And 琴, you have a song there. Oh, by the way, 铅, can you look at the left part of 铅? That's a metal. Metal, lead, of course, makes sense. And here we have 晴, which means clear, which means the weather is clear, not like it's, the vision is clear. That's different, right? The weather is clear, or the sunny. That's actually what it means, clear weather. So 晴天, sunny day. 今天是晴天. 去年, last year. 去 means go, right? Go year. Doesn't make sense. But if you change 去 into 刚, into go into gone, then that will work. The year that has gone. So that makes more sense. 让 is to make somebody, to let somebody do something, usually pretty polite. And also, if you driving in China, you see a big sign that says 让, that means to yield or to give away. To give way. 让. 日 is the song, or 日本, Japan. Date, day of the month, no problem. 上班, up. 班 means sort of work, a shift of work. And so to go to work, 上班. Like 上课, to go to class, 上班, go to work. 身体 is your body. 你的身体怎么样? How's your body? Okay. 身 is just body. 体 means like, also a body, also a, I don't know, hard to explain. 体. Yeah, some sort of a body. So, 身体健康. I wish all of you a health body. 祝你们 身体健康. A very nice way to make a toast or to give a wish or write on your card, 祝你身体健康. 祝你们身体健康. 健康 means healthy. Okay? It's an adjective. 生病 is the opposite of it. 生病 being sickness or sick. 生 is birth. Birth, sickness, or produce. That makes more sense. Your body is growing, is giving birth to sickness. This is quite interesting. Like sickness is a part of your body. It's not like an invader, a germ, which is very modern or Western medicine. The idea of modern medicine, something invades your body and make you sick. But in Chinese language, there's a sense where some people think you are sick only because your body parts are not working well together. Your body actually creating the sickness for you. An interesting concept if you think about it, just from this word. And 生日 is a birthday. 祝你生日快乐, right? 祝你生日快乐, wish you a birthday. If today is your birthday, whoever you are,我祝你生日快乐. Type it down there. 祝你生日快乐. Yeah, thank you very much. 时间, time. 间 is space. Did we learn like a room of time? A room of time is time, isn't it? Yeah, time, space, they are connected, right? 时间, 事情, matter, things. Like 你有什么事情? What things do you have? What do you have? 我有一个事情. I have something. Kind of difficult to explain what that is. Yeah, just matter. Okay, 你有什么事情? 你有什么事? 手表, a hand clock. It is a watch, isn't it? Another hand thing is your mobile phone. 手机, 机 is a 机器, a machine. A hand machine is your mobile phone. 说话, 说 is to speak. 话 is words. 说话 is to speak words, which means just talk, say things, right? 他不喜欢说话. He doesn't like to talk. Okay. 你说话, you speak. Okay. But you cannot say he spoke to me. Yeah, you can say that in Chinese. 他和我说话. You need to use to me, the prepositions there. Okay. And so it doesn't really mean say. Okay. You can't say he said, let's go. You can't say 他说话,我们走吧. No. You say 他说,我们走吧. Song is to see somebody off, to present, to see off, to deliver something. Okay. When somebody is visiting you and you probably would stand up and walk this person outside the door, maybe walk a little bit or walk more. The more respectable this person is, the more you will 送 this person, see somebody off. Or you can see somebody off like 我送你去机场. I see you off to go to the airport. 我送你去机场. 虽然但是, although still, even if, but nevertheless, although, but, that's the word. I know in English it doesn't make sense. You don't say, although I like Chinese, but it's difficult, right? You don't really say that. You say, although I like English, it's difficult. I like Chinese, but it's difficult. See, you only use either one, but in Chinese we can use either one. Okay, just only one to mean the twist, but also we can use more often. We can use both of them together, like give it a strong logic of twisting. Like even though blah blah blah, but then however, whatever else. Now 他. There are three tas, ta. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Now, 踢足球 is to kick your football. You can say, let's say 玩篮球. You can say 玩足球 as well. Okay, 我们玩足球吧. Play. 题 is a question or a problem in your math. And now we usually use 问题 is the more common word to use to mean problem or question. Now again, problem or question. Is there a connection? Yeah, there is. And if you speak to another Chinese person with not so good English, he probably won't make that mistakes often, like sometimes I do, because they have the same word in Chinese. And 跳舞 is to dance. 跳 is to jump. 中舞 is dance. Jump the dance. Fair enough, yeah? 唱歌, sing the song. 跳舞, jump the dance. You can put them together. Means somebody is celebrating by dancing and singing. 哦，他们唱歌跳舞很高兴. Where is outside? If you go to China, you would be a 老外, old foreigner. Well, of course not. Old foreigner. Old, the word 老 is an important word to use before a surname to show respect, closeness to each other. So therefore, it's not really as bad as some people would think. When people call you 老外, you think, oh, you're calling me foreigner? That's just wrong. But you put a 老 there to make it a little bit better. Even though I understand, but what can you do? You know, the culturally is fine, generally speaking, because there are not many foreigners in China. So that's becoming more acceptable to more people. One, finish. It's not a verb to finish, usually. You usually put this one after another action word, like 吃完, okay, or 做完, okay, 写完, no, 做完, 写完, 等等等等, etc., etc. Another one is to play. We talk about that. 玩篮球, 玩足球, that's fine. 玩游戏, 玩电脑. And we have 晚上, evening. 上午, we have the time of the day. 上午, 早上, 中午, 下午, and 晚上. Okay. 往 is to go somewhere. 往 a place, then action. 往 错了 sorry 往前走 前 means front, walk front, okay, 往前走往右拐 turn right, towards right turn, okay, 往右拐为什么 为 means for, 什么 is what, therefore for what reason, for what, yeah, that would be better, for what. Very direct translation of 为什么 When is to ask. And we just talked about 问题 together. Ask problem becomes problem or question. When 我问你 look, there's a door there, yeah? And then there's a mouth on the door. I think this character came from the picture of somebody knocking on the door, like asking for direction. In old times, I think so. And again, quite pretty. 问题, we have talked about that. 希望 hope. 我希望你们的汉语很好. Okay? 我希望你们好好学习汉语. Work hard on your learning Chinese and become really good. 西瓜, then you can buy a 西瓜 to treat yourself. A watermelon, she is west though, is a west, and a gua is a melon. Is a western melon? I suspect that this melon was imported from the west a long time ago, so we call it a western melon. We didn't have 西瓜, back in the days. I'm talking about 1,000 years ago, maybe 100 years ago. So it's a new thing for China. 洗 is to wash. You can 洗手. Wash your hand, prevent diseases, COVID, 洗脸, wash your face, 洗澡, take a shower, 澡 means have a bath, 洗脚, or wash your feet. Feet washing is definitely a big thing. If you go to China, you know what I'm talking about. There's so many places you can wash your feet. And a lot of people would actually wash their feet before you go to sleep. Much, much more frequent or often action than in the West. People don't really wash their feet as much as Chinese people, especially before they go to bed. 小时, a small time. Why is it small time? An hour. Because traditionally in Chinese language, an hour is 2 hours. Therefore, it's big. And your hour is small. It's only half of our hour. We call it small hour. Or small time. 笑 is to laugh. 笑. And I don't know though. There's bamboo there. Below that thing is to die for younger children. Oh no, that's yao. Probably just the pronunciation. That shouldn't have any meanings to the word smile. Otherwise, I really cannot make this work. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, so 笑 is to smile or laugh. Okay, and when you are taking a photo, taking a picture, say, "Hey, 笑一笑." Have a smile, have a laugh. 新 is new. 新年 we just had our 新年 yeah 新年快乐 I wish everybody 新年快乐 New Year happy 信 we talked about that but what we didn't talk about is if you look at this Chinese character, do you see a woman and see birth? So woman birth together means surname. Strange because surname is always man. In China, in the West, the same. How is that working in the Chinese character? I don't know. Maybe some teacher think maybe that character was created or related with another character that was created in the matriarchy society a long time ago, back like 5,000 years ago. Maybe because at the time women were more important than men. I don't know. Maybe that's a sound explanation. Now, 休息 is to rest. If you look at 休, it's a person leaning against a piece of wood or a tree. It's to rest. Or 息 is your breath. So 休 is to rest, or rest your breath is to rest, isn't it? 我们累了. Make a sentence for you. 累了，我们就休息一下. If you're tired, we will take a break. That's what I do in my class, but right now I can't do that. I need to finish this video, even though I'm a little bit late. I don't want to 休息一下, okay? Now, 雪 is snow. Does it look like snow? Yeah, of course it does. The rain, and then that looks like a broom for me to sweep the snow. I always love that Chinese character. And you see 下雪 is to snow. It's been snowing actually in the past couple of days. And very pretty. But the temperature is not low enough so for the snow sticking here in Ireland. Anyway, next one is 颜色, a color. 红色, 黄色, 蓝色, 绿色, 白色, 黑色, 棕色, 银色, a lot of 色, man, a lot of colors. 眼睛, eyes, can you see the reticle there? Those two, right? Those are eyes. Yeah. So 一只眼睛, one eye, 一双眼睛, a pair of eyes. 眼睛. 羊肉, sheep meat, mutton. Okay. 没问题. Yao is medicine. Medicine, of course, there's a herb on the top. And drugs, cure, 吃药, take medicine. Yeah, we say eat medicine. We don't say take medicine. We say 吃药. And next one, another yao. Same pronunciation, but totally different. Is to want things. Okay? 我要, 你要, something like that. And why do we have a woman there? I don't know. My ancestors were not very good. Anyway, they put a woman in wanting things. They were sexist. I don't know. I'm just talking. Well, sometimes when I'm too tired, sometimes I just talk random things. I hope you don't mind. It doesn't happen often. It just happens once in a while. Anyway, next one is yeah, also, or to. You don't know. It's not really to because you don't put it at the end of the sentence. You usually put it at the beginning of the sentence. 你是老师，我也是老师, right? And 一下, one down, doesn't make sense. So, but if I change the meaning of 下 means a bit, a little bit, that makes more sense. A bit, like 吃一下, eat a bit, 打一下, hit a little bit, 看一下, have a little look. So that's making sense. You put a 一下 after a verb means to do something just a bit, right? Very casually, just a little bit, have a try on those things. Not very seriously, 100% intense of doing something, an action. 已经 is already. How long has it been since this start of this video? 已经 let's say 已经1个小时了. It's already been 1 hour. I don't know. Maybe 已经 means already. 经 is the classics, like the scriptures in Buddhism. 已 means already. Already classics. If you're a classic, of course you have passed, right? You have already happened. So that's probably where we got that. Another one would be 一起, one up. It's a pretty cool word, actually. Let's one up do something. Let's one up eat food. Okay, make sense? Together. 意思 meaning. 你什么意思? What's your meaning? Or you pick any word, say 这个字什么意思? Okay, or yeah, that's it. Wish, desire. Oh, okay. He's trying to say, sometimes you say 我的意思是, my meaning is that I want to blah blah blah, right? So in that sentence, the word 意思 contains the meaning of desire or wish to do something. But of course, they are connected with meaning. So my meaning, I mean to do something. We have another link words, 因为所以 because, therefore. Yeah, this doesn't try to translate that because it's incorrect English. So, but I can do that. Because, therefore. That's Chinese. And we can use those two words together to give a strong reasoning. Because Chinese is difficult, therefore you want to learn it. Because you want to learn something. Why do you want to learn something easy? Jesus, right? So, 因为汉语很难，所以你要学它. It's not 因为汉语很难. I don't know what was the sentence we were making with the 虽然但是. 虽然汉语我喜欢汉语，但是汉语很难. Okay, yeah. 好，阴 is the opposite of yang, the yin and the yang. Yeah, that's what it is. 阴阳 Yeah, we have a little yin yang symbol there. Yin on its own means just the sky is cloudy, it's overcast. And 今天 阴天 yeah. And the other one we just learned, the sunny guy, the word for sunny is 晴天. 阴天 is the opposite of 晴天. 游泳 is to swim. See a lot of water there? You see water, swim. 你喜欢游泳吗? 游泳 is a very good sport. Yeah, I lately have been 游泳 a lot and I'm feeling good about it. 右边 right, 边 is edge or side, okay, on the line of the edge. Right edge, right side. Problem? The opposite of 左边, 对吧? 左边. 鱼 is fish. Classifier for fish. 一条鱼, a stripe of fish. And interestingly, we have another one. 一尾鱼, a tail of fish. Think about that. It's pretty beautiful. A tail of fish. Oh, here, you want to buy some fish? We have a 5-tailed fish for you to buy. Huh? I like that. Yuan is far away. It's the opposite of Chinese president's name. It's not close. It's far away. It's yuan. 运动 sports 做运动。你喜欢什么运动? What are the 运动 in Chinese? 篮球、足球、乒乓球、网球 tennis. Okay, my mind is completely smashed right now, so I cannot think of any other sports. 再 again 再见. No, actually, I shouldn't say 再见 yet. I still have 2 pages. 再 when you use 再 before a verb means you do something again. 我再吃一点 I love that sentence. I think it's from a movie. A person trying to teach Chinese, and he's teaching, 你吃了吗? Did you eat? The student's like, 是我们吃了 we eat. Then the teacher said, 吃了再吃一点. 吃了再吃一点. Even if you ate, eat a little bit more. That's very Chinese, and it was from a movie, very funny movie. I forgot the name. 那吃了再吃一点. Yeah, remember that. That's my mom's favorite phrase. 再吃一点. Just eat more, a little bit more. Or she was hungry. Okay, sorry. So I couldn't understand, but now I understand much better. Yeah, so she was hungry when she was younger. So of course she would have that phrase, her favorite phrase in her mind. 早上 is morning. We talk about that. 丈夫 is husband. Yes, no problem. 找 is to look for. Does that word or character look like 我? Yeah, fair enough. Only you're missing one point there, one stroke there, and this line is broken a little bit, right? So there's some sort of a meme saying that, 找 is look for, 我 is I. So what's the difference? You're looking for a dot. You're looking for something to complete yourself. Okay, so when you found this thing, you found yourself. Otherwise, you're always gonna be looking for. Okay, looking for things. If you don't find the little thing, which makes the looking for, the action of looking for you. Now, 这 is used, can be, that's a hard one to explain. It's one of those radical particles, yes. Put that after verb means this action is ongoing. I don't have time to explain this really in more details, but I'm sure I have talked about this in other videos if you have seen it. Anyway, let's move on. 真 is real. 真的 is a real thing. Or for real. You ask somebody, for real? 真的吗? Okay, 真的吗? So, and then they say, no, it's just joking, right? 开玩笑. No, just 开玩笑. Or it's, 真的是这样的. Yeah, it really is like this. 正在, same as 在, but 正在 sounds more formal. Yeah, that's all I have to say. And also another thing I want to say is 正, this word. It means right on, okay? And when you vote for somebody, you get a name, right? And then you draw 4 lines, and then 1, 5, right? So you got 1 vote, 2 vote, 5 vote. Then that's how you do it in English. 1, 2, 3, 4 line. Yes. In Chinese, that's the word you use to count votes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 votes. 知道 to know. 知 is to know, and 道. You know what Dao is. Dao is my favorite character. Absolutely, that's it. Okay, I know I've said this so many times. Oh, that's my favorite character. But Dao is actually my favorite character because it's the Dao for Daoism. I love Daoism, and I love the book of Way. And the Dao is the way how universe works. Of course, I love that. And 知 is to know the way of universe. That's what it literally means. Okay, or Dao can be used to mean to speak. All right. Now, here's a question. How is the truth of the universe, the way how the universe operates, has the same meaning as the word speak? Because of language. Everything is within the boundary of language. One of the theorists saying, okay, what's his name? A philosopher says, yeah, you are what's your language. You cannot go beyond your language, what your language can describe. Therefore, the way how the universe works is the same as the word speak. It's pretty cool, actually. Now, 准备 is to prepare. We prepare to do something. I'm prepared to end this video, really. Okay? 准备. Because it's been a long time. 走 is to walk. 我们走吧. Actually, not just walk, but to go. Now, in terms of the meaning to go, what is the difference between 走 and 去? both of them to go, right? 走 means to go, as in let's go, let's begin to walk, because it means to walk, right? 去 means go to, more likely. Like there's a direction there in 去。我们去中国。You can't say we go China. No, we go to China, right? That's, I think, the major difference. 最 is most. You put that and adjective, most adjective. 最好，最漂亮，最牛。牛 cow means awesome. Oh, I hope I am the 最牛的老师。Anyway, 左边. Oh, that's the last word. Thank you very much. That's your left side, which we just talked about. And that would conclude our video for HSK2 word list or vocabulary. It's pretty tiring, but I hope that it was 希望, I hope you had a good time and you've learned something from that. Okay, thanks very much. And again, support me, so I will have more energy to do more videos, longer videos like this, which is not easy actually. This is definitely more difficult than teaching a class, because you have interactions with the students. Now here, just me talking to me, right? I'm looking at my picture right now. So anyway, thanks very much for listening, sincerely, really. And thanks very much for your support. If you're listening, if you are watching here, that means you finished the whole video, and I really, really appreciate that. I will see you in the next video.